Meditate, manifest, invest in you. Join me on my spiritual journey as I elevate myself and like-minded listeners to a higher level mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for listening. This is Black Hippie Lounge, and I am your host, Chanel. All right, so I know I said I'm going to try to stay consistent with episodes, so I am doing this episode now after just getting home from work and stuff like that. I'm feeling tired. Like, you know how your body is just telling you, like, it's not even about sleeping, it's just like literally telling you to lay down and chill. I was going to try to go do something, but I'm tired. I was supposed to chill with somebody, but I'm low-key just not feeling like moving. But this episode I wanted to do, it's going to be called Confidence is Key. And it's from, I use, this thing, daily, it's IQ Daily Inspiration. So I get an email every day of a quote that's inspiring. And today I got a quote that that kind of stuck out to me from Marcus Garvey. And if you don't know who Marcus Garvey is, he was an important part of Black history. He was trying to get Black people to go back to Africa, considering after slavery and stuff, and like saying how our lineage is tied to Africa and how we should leave America because of slavery and all the discrimination and everything, the way that Black people are treated here. And he pushed for this agenda of everyone going back to Africa. But he also just pushed for like Black rights and everything like that. So if you don't know about him, I don't know the full history of him, but definitely look him up. He's definitely a part of the revolution and played an important role in Black history. So the quote is, "With confidence, you have won before you have started." And there's like a little message or explanation behind it. So it says, "Possessing a strong sense of who you are and what you are capable of can carry you a long way in reaching your goals. The opposite is also true. Taking on a difficult task while full of self-doubt and pessimism often leads to failure." Marcus Garvey, a Black leader and activist in the early 20th century, believed this so thoroughly that he saw confidence as a victory in itself. He said, "If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life." And I definitely agree with that, because, like, I know I've heard it before in different ways, but if you don't believe in yourself, why should anybody else? If you don't love yourself, why should anybody else? If you don't stick up for yourself, why should anybody else? I mean, other people can stick up for you, but the point of it is, like, the way you treat yourself is how other people will treat you. You teach people how to treat you, and you need to treat yourself with the utmost respect. You need to take care of yourself, and you need to be confident in who you are and what you're capable of. And even if, for example, you just got a new job, say you just graduated and you're going into a new role that you've never done before. You have two options. You can go into it telling yourself you've never done this before. So you kind of, like, when you have that planted in your head and you keep repeating that to yourself, you could subconsciously, like, doubt yourself and mess up the job, versus like going into it like, hey, I never did it before, but I don't care. I got this. Like, I'm good at this anyway, because this is what I'm destined to do. This is what I went to school for, and I'll figure it out. And having that type of mindset will make it easier for you to adjust to the job, but also to be able to not only to adjust to the job, but you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Because I'm sorry, I got distracted. But because you're confident in yourself, and your confidence will show to other people around you, and they won't have to feel like they have to question what you're doing or question if you're good enough for the job or if you're capable of fulfilling the role. It's really just like confidence is key, because that sets the tone for a lot of things in your life. And like it says in the post, when it's the opposite, when you're not confident in yourself, that just makes it way more difficult, because I feel like that just ignites more anxiety. Like I said, it can make you mess up more, and you kind of just don't enjoy the experience, because you're constantly feeling like all this negative energy that you're bringing upon yourself. And that's like the first part of the battle, is just being confident. And like he said, if you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. And that's true, because you can see it. Like, there'll be people that you come across in life that are confident, and sometimes there's different ranges, right? Like, there's overly confident, like arrogant, and then there's just like confident, like cool, calm, and collected, like it is what it is, like I got this, you know. And then there's those who are not confident, and they're anxious, and they sometimes can play victim, or they're just kind of to me, those people are like, they make me uneasy because they're uneasy. And then it's like that kind of rubs off to other people around you, because then they're overthinking, or they're speaking so negatively, or it's just like I don't know, it's just a weird aura. Like, it's just not a good look. And you know, it's better to be in the middle, which is like cool, calm, and collected, but still like telling you, like, you know, you come off as like, yo, I got this, but even if you don't have it, you figure it out. And you're showing on the outside that, you know what, I can figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, you can still ask for help, but try to be confident in yourself to at least try the task first by yourself without trying to ask for help. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. But I think that possessing a strong sense of self is what makes it easier to be confident, because when you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you are. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's like throwing shots at you, or, you know, talking about whatever things that they try to bring down your confidence, like how you look, or how you dress, or, you know, your personality, or your job, or your money, or something like that. First of all, you define what makes you who you are. You know, like some people, they don't care about the money and all that stuff. They care about like, oh, my personality and the people that are around me and stuff like that. That might make some people in their head like who they are, and so that's what brings them their confidence. Whereas like other people, it's like, oh, I have my things together, like I have a car, I have my house, or I have all these material things, and that's what makes me confident. Right? So you determine what makes you confident, you determine who you are, and you have to wear that confidence as much as you can. You know, like there are days where you're just like, oh, all right, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Or you're just not feeling it, or you're not as confident as you can be. But for the most part, try to be as confident as you can, because that will just get you further in life. And it's just like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like when you're confident and you walk in confidence in yourself, you just have a calming aura to you. And, you know, people are just more willing to believe you and listen to you and understand you and communicate with you. And they're drawn to you. You know, it's not because like, oh, that person, they know everything. But it's just like you carry yourself in a way where people don't feel the need to question your motives or who you are, or whether you're able to complete something, or what, you know, where you're going in life. It's just like I was talking about in the last episode, like going through the wilderness, right? And when you're in the wilderness, you're supposed to be confident in the wilderness, because your confidence comes from having faith in yourself and having faith in God, that whatever you're going through is serving a purpose and it's going to get you to your higher self. Now, when I say that, it's like, even for me, like when I'm saying that, it's like a calming feeling, because I'm like, all right, I know that, you know what I mean? Like, I already know what's coming. I know good things are coming to me. It's just being patient and waiting for it. And I'm not questioning how I'm going to get there or when it's going to happen. You know, it's just like, it's coming. I just got to wait, chill out and wait for it. It is what it is, kind of thing. Like, it's coming. I ain't even worry about it. Whereas like someone who's not confident in themselves already, going into the wilderness can be very shocking and very destructive, because now you're questioning God, you're questioning yourself, you're questioning where you are in life, you're questioning if you're doing it right, you question, are you going to mess it up? Are these things ever going to come about? Am I ever going to be to where I want to be? You know? So, and even when I'm saying that, that's like smothering, you know, like that feeling. It's just like, whoa, it's too much. But when you have confidence in yourself, you've already defeated the race of life, because you're like, your mindset is, it doesn't matter what's coming my way, I'm getting to where I want to be. And when you have that mindset, nobody's messing with you. I'm telling you, nobody's messing with you, because that's what people, and that's what the negativity feeds off of. When you're negative and when you don't believe in yourself, that's an easy target. You know what I mean? Because like, I already know you don't believe in yourself, so I just got to get in your head and confirm those beliefs by having these negative experiences. And when those negative experiences come, you're already at the beginning of the spiral. So now you're going to spiral even more into more negativity, and you're never really going to get out of it, because you're constantly viewing everything as you're a victim. So now you're not going to put in any effort and put any strength in yourself and say, I can get out of whatever this is. So it's like a constant spiral of negativity and despair, and nobody wants to be there, right? But you could have avoided that if you were confident and you were like, whatever's coming my way, I'll figure it out, and God's got me, and I'm gonna go through it, you know, and I'm getting to where I need to be. You know, when you have that dog eat dog world type of mentality, where it's like, I said, you know, nothing's holding me back. Nobody's holding me back. I will eliminate whoever is in my way to get to where I need to be. And when you have that type of mindset, and, you know, the confidence, like, look, I already know what's for me, and I already know where I need to be. I just need to get there. So I need to do whatever I got to do to get there, and I will be there. And I am going to be this A, B, or C, you know? So those two different mindsets can definitely impact the way that your life plays out. And being more confident is definitely something that I would say people should strive for, because it's a better way of life. And there's another quote that I found today. It says, be firm about your choice to grow and change. Don't go backwards to habits and situations that weren't helping you evolve. You have to keep reminding yourself why you even decided to move forward. Stay positive about what's to come by being consistent with your change now. Again, like, maybe it's not directly talking about confidence, but it's insinuating like you being firm, being firm in your choice, being confident in your choices and your growth and your change, right? And when you start recognizing like, okay, I'm clearly going through a transitioning phase, I'm changing into the next thing, things are around me are changing for the good and for my higher self. You don't have to go backwards when it's not going maybe on the time that you think, to be like, all right, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is not what's going in, like that. That's bringing in the negativity. It's going to mess it up. So remaining confident and remaining faithful and remaining patient and keeping it cool, calm, and collected is what's going to help you stay positive and get you through, and being consistent until the next thing comes. So I hope this made sense, what I was talking about. But basically, it's just being confident in your journey, being confident in your life and the way that you go about it, and the choices that you make. And when you are faced with new challenges or you're going into unfamiliar territory, whether it be a new job, you're moving, whatever, go into it. But when you go into it, before you go into it, I suggest meditate, pray to God, and you know, ask that God guides you through and is with you throughout the whole thing, and that God approves of whatever this change is, and enjoy it. So much times we forget to just enjoy where we are and enjoy the journey and enjoy the changes and going through the wilderness and what that feels like and what it means. So hopefully, doing it with confidence that in yourself, confidence that that you're being pushed to a higher level, a higher self, and that everything's going to work out. And when you have that mindset, obstacles can still come your way, but you handle them differently. You handle them with maturity, and you handle them with confidence, with stride, with, nothing's going to get in your way. Nothing's going to hold you back. And the more and more you have that attitude, in the beginning, more negativity might try to come to you because it's we'll try to knock you down. But after a while, trying to get, some things trying to knock you down and you can't be defeated, you're putting yourself higher and higher up, and you're not going to be as reachable for that. So is that a word, reachable? Things can't reach you, and then it's a life of coasting and just elevation, because when you're so high up and you're it is what it is, you can't, there's nothing you can do to me, God got me, then those spirits and the evil and the the negativity can't really get to you. Not like it used to. If you have the negative in you, then you can bring in the negativity. But if you are radiating with positivity, it's going to be harder for that to get into you. So stay positive, stay confident. Remember, confidence is key. And just believe in yourself, believe in your journey, believe that everything is working out for the greater good of you and your higher self. And take your time, be patient with yourself, patient with the journey, patient with everything that's going on and the changes in your life, and enjoy it for what it is right now, because you're not going to be able to go back to this where you are. You're being put into a space where you're going to become the next version, the better version of yourself, and you won't be able to go back to who you are right now. So you're changing and you're becoming better, but also enjoy the last bit of time of being who you are right now, because you're going to be changing for the better. I hope that makes sense. So I hope you have a great week. Hope this resonated. Hope it makes sense. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great week. And my name is Chanel, and I'm the host of Black Hippie Lounge. And hope you have a great week. Thank you.